Hey you guys, welcome back to Southern Latitudes. I'm Robin. We're playing in the North Garden right now. You guys are a little late to the party because I brought the camera out here and realized it had no battery or door on it. All that was sitting by the battery charging station. And anyhow, so now you're here. So let me catch you up on things. Okay, so this is the section that we're working on right now. And it's what held the carrots. It used to hold last summer's butter beans, black-eyed peas. It has also done peas overwintered this past season. And so now I had mowed it last night. I was mowing the rest of the yard, so I went ahead and just mowed this section. It had a lot of Asiatic dayflower and oxalis weeds, which are beautiful. They have a gorgeous purple bloom. But, you know, they just spread. And I've been very tired of a good, probably 18 months of dealing with those two particular weeds, and they've done nothing but spread. So hence, I decided I need to pull out the big guns. And this is the, what I do. I get the ground woven fabric, and I have a whole bunch. This has already been cut, probably for other gardens, because it's a little bit short for this garden, but it was probably cut for another garden, and or maybe before I expanded this one further, who knows. But they already came with holes in them, so it was just a matter of doing, oh, let me back up. So I tilled, I had wood ash from the fire pit, and then I stopped last night. Then this morning, it was the jigsaw puzzle of pulling everything out, trying to see what fit, what didn't fit, where the holes. Then I had to flip it because I like the holes on the other side. So, and they kind of match the drip lines better. So here, I thought I had 3 lines really close in here. I had 3 rows, but I guess I only had 2 drip lines. So that's okay. I'll do my best to kind of pull the holes over this way, or pull the, and maybe a combination of also pulling the drip lines over this way. I could also, if I had to, plug this main drip line and then just move the line, like pop it over there. But I really don't want to change the configuration of the drip irrigation, because I really do like the spacing on the main line here. So then I found another, so I found this piece first, then I found this second piece, and this had holes about the right spacing that I wanted. Actually, these pieces that are on the ends, we'll call them anchors for right now. These pieces have been in there for a few years. So the sizing is already in here configured for 3 pieces of fabric. This is 3 feet each, so I guess that's a 9-foot span. There's going to be a lot of this puzzle playing around with pieces stuff for a while. Once these nasturtiums die out, I may just put some blanks in here, or put in some other summer plants, I don't know. But for right now, I believe that North Garden's gonna become my, well, definitely summer, but I'm gonna put like South Anna butternut squash and Seminole pumpkins in here. The South Anna is essentially a cross with Seminole pumpkin and Waltham butternut squash. So I'm not really worried about crossing them, because I have noticed that my Seminole pumpkin doesn't look like some of y'all's Seminole pumpkins. Have you ever noticed that some of them are round, more like a Cherokee tan, and then some of them are more like a butternut squash in sizing and shape? And so, since I have 2 of them that look almost identical, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't care. I'm kind of taking a page out of David the Good's book and just kind of land race them and let them mix and, you know, cross-pollinate if I have to on these 2 rows. And then down here is probably where I'm going to put my roselle or something like that. I haven't definitely come to a conclusion on that, but that's likely where I'm going to put my roselle. And I will not fill all those holes, absolutely not. I only need about 6 to 8 plants to hold me for a year's worth of tea. Okay, so I was sweeping off the mat and then getting ready to bring you along. I went and grabbed some seed, and I was wanting to stake down these drip lines. And as I was sitting right here going, you know, ready to move this one over, this one's like lined up perfectly with all the holes. And I'm like, what am I doing trying to do all this? I totally forgot I had bought stops like 6 months ago, I believe it was. I bought stoppers. So I'm going to actually just pull this out and put a stop in this one. And I'm going to put a stop in this one and then evaluate a little bit more again. It's very easy. These things just pop right off. I bought a pack of, well, I think you buy them per number, so I can't really call it a pack of 10, but I bought 10. And I'm just literally gonna pop this out. Come on. I've never actually done it before. Oops. Hold on, I got a clover in there. And then just pop in the stopper and we're good to go. And then that eliminates me having to water nothing or move the line. All right, now we're down to just 3 lines. This line, that line. And I turned on the irrigation just for fun. I've been playing around with it a little bit. I've staked some of the lines down to where they're gonna stay on the holes, and maybe not everybody needs to do that, but I still have a 80 to 90 pound boxer that is running back and forth, and now he has no barriers, because he used to just run on the edges for the most part in here, and there were cattle panels, but now there's not. And so I may end up putting a little fence, a little like this fence, and just so he can have a little visual on it. By the way, here's my flowers. Aren't they looking mighty good? Let's interrupt this video for some flowers. Oh, they're so cute. And my Supertunia bubblegum pink, Supertunia Vista bubblegum pinks are starting to come back, and they're sprawling. Do you see this? They're sprawling. Looking awesome. What? There's like a bicolor there. That's so cute. Okay, and the zinnias are starting to come out in force. There's my other gladiolus. I got a gladiolus there. And I'm starting to get true leaves on my cucumbers in here. These are going to be my slicer cucumbers. Okay, enough of all these cute little flowers. So back to here. I totally forgot when I went back to my seed. I completely forgot I have green beans. So I am probably just going to do green beans in this little section right here, and then save roselle for back in here, the second half. And that'll look really pretty as they begin to grow very tall and bloom out and have flower, you know, those sort of yellowy flowers, and the red sort of looks like Christmas trees just naturally decorated by God. So I think that'll be really pretty. By the way, little shout out to my corner here of perennials. So I have zinnias going in some places. I have my Brazilian flaming candle. I always have to think about that. So that's its little flame. That's supposed to help me remember. I've got 4 o'clocks in here, and it looks like another one right there. Butterfly pea came back on its own. We had such a mild winter, but they would come back on their own anyhow. I just pulled some out when I was weeding through here. And the nasturtiums came back completely on their own. I didn't do anything with it. Look, it's trailing up. It actually trailed into my neighbor's yard, and I had to pull it back out of the fence and redirect it. So now it's going up the fence, which is gonna look so gorgeous. And it popped out through here. And I was hoping to have lemon bee balm in here, but that did not come back like I really thought it was going to be perennial like that, or self-seeding, self-sowing. But anyhow, and Buddy's looking cute between the nasturtiums. The bees, the honey bees, are loving the nasturtiums. Look, do you see it? Do you see one right there going right in that bloom in the center? So when I need the bees for the squash and so forth, the pumpkins, I'll have no problems because they're already here. They're already feeding. Look at that. So those are honeybees. Nobody. We're not going to chase bees and get a stung face again. So anyhow, I'm really happy with this. Let me go ahead and pop those beans in. In addition to doing North Garden, as I told you, I lost a lot of my melons that were in here, and I would try some more of them right there, but I forgot I had a gift of seeds, or I did an exchange. I can't remember which, because I can't remember the person. I'm sorry. If it's you, leave it in the comments and I will give you credit. I was gifted with Kajari melon seeds. And oh my goodness, I've always wanted to try these. They're an heirloom, sold out of Baker Creek Seeds, and somebody had them and saved them for me. So I'm totally putting Kajaris in here and trying that. So, and if I can, you know, I'll open up space somewhere else and get the Lily Crenshaw or what, canary melon, whatever they call it, in and around here somewhere. But for right now, let's do the Kajari. Okay, so you saw me. This is all of the really pretty white twine that I had. We're just going to see how well he respects this first and remembers his old boundaries through it. He may try to cut through that section and go over to, but if he does, I have some of the darker, Jack bought me it's like a nylon, I believe, type of rope. And he will, this is more like stuff you see on boats or something. So anyhow, I can always finish it off or put 2 layers. It's still very flexible and temporary. And we'll just see how much, buddy, we're just going to see how much you obey the fencing, okay? Yes. And for right now, it is planted 100%. I had a online friend I met through, I believe it was called the Vegetable Gardening 9B Facebook group, and this lady had the different kind of roselle than I did. She had the type that have sort of the thicker and fatter calyxes versus mine are much more thin. So anyhow, I put hers in those rows down there on the end, and I'm really excited to try hers. I'm still going to start my own, and I'll probably put them in the back. Especially, well, I don't know where I'm going to put them. Let's think about that a little bit longer. But yeah, I definitely want to try the other type of, now she called them sorrel, but I have other kind of sorrel that's more like a perennial spinach. So I think it went from this set of holes over. There might be a gap or 2 in here, or a gap of 2, and then we start the beans going all the way down. And then I only had enough for about, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 5 of those holes for I doubled up all my Seminole pumpkin things, and then everything else is South Anna butternut squash through the next, you know, the center row and this half. So I am really excited for what this may bring, going all the way through summer. Really, this is probably going to be like a 6-month set garden, you know, where it just can go on and on and on through that heat. I'm really excited because I didn't get any South Anna butternut squash last year, and I don't think I got any Seminole pumpkins either. So I wanted to really dedicate some effort and be intentional, give it space, give it good nutrition, give it water, put it in a little bit sunnier area, and get some this year to put up for storage over the winter. I'm totally stoked about this. And yeah, it was, I have to say, sorry. I have to say it was a bit of a intimidating monster to come in here, and it had gotten kind of overgrown and everything, and I just didn't want to deal with the weeds, and I was just kind of hating the way it is. but it had really good soil because we pumped tons of mushroom compost in this first section, especially for the carrots, and then everything had been highly fertilized with that. And then on top of it, over in this section, we did a lot of black-eyed peas and legumes and things like that that are nitrogen fixers. So I really am, plus I did put down some fertilizer, but you know, just granules. I threw it in there, I tilled it up, and plus the ash, don't forget. And you know, so we'll see what goes on in here. Our summer rain should be coming in about 6-7 weeks. So you know, other than this irrigation, say you know, some of those lines, drip lines don't match up with a plant, I might have to come in here and hand water until the summer rains start. But boy, am I stoked. This is going to be like the before picture, and one day in the summer I'll give you the after picture, and it's just going to be full of vines and little plants. And you know, my bean situation hasn't worked out very well either for me lately. So I grew beans just to have seed, and now I had some seed. I got more seed coming, but yeah, I'm very excited. Maybe we can finally eat some of our own beans instead of me buying them. I mean, I buy them from Immokalee or the farmer's market. I don't buy them from the grocery store. I still go through the process, even though, you know, they're not my beans. So you guys, I am going to go get cleaned up and fancied up, and then I've got a vacation coming, but you won't see this video until after the vacation. So you guys take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Woo! Look at that garden.